Hi guys, it's Ninja again, and there are 4 Pokemon piles here. What we're doing today is trying to make a sealed deck out of my cube. So we will make 6 packs of 18, because I always draft with 18. So we're going to take those 6 packs and try to make a 45 card deck out of it. Alright. Okay, so now I've made 6 random packs out of my cube. And now I'm going to separate them into 8 different piles, being EXs, supporting Pokemon, trainer item, trainer tool, trainer supporter, trainer stadium, A-specs, and special energy. And then, yeah. Okay guys, so I've separated it out. So first I'll go through the EXs, and then we'll start to see what maybe we can start building. What we're basically looking for right away are synergies, or what works nice together. And it could be something as simple as what type they are. I see on top that there are 2 plasma things there, but we'll take a look at it and we'll come right back. Okay, so now I have all the EXs laid out. I kinda did like some things that work together, so we got a bunch of plasma stuff. It really just depends on like coreless machines and plasma energies, how much we have of that. That'll really determine on how well we put that together. Just put some of the colors on top. Jirachi's really good. We got all the Kyogres. Lightning is pretty good. Just having Darkrai in a deck just to give your Pokemon free retreat is pretty good. Metal, we put some metal together, but across the bottom we just kind of have just kind of the bum EXs. We can't use the Mega Gengar because we didn't get Gengar, so that'll just sit out for right now. But the Shaman EX here, that's the old grass one that does 30 times the number of prize cards taken, I believe. Does 30 more. Oh, it's 30 plus 30 for each of prize cards your opponent has taken. That's usually pretty good. But we will start taking a look at the support Pokemon, and I will move out all of the X's that we're probably not going to use, and we'll come right back. Okay, so here are all of the support Pokemon laid out. We got a decent chunk for the Dark deck and both Hydreigons. So maybe the Dark deck? We'll find out. And the Plasma Kyurem. These are usually just generally archetypes. The ones that I have separated into one are usually pretty good by themselves, unless like the Plasma Jolteon, you kind of need the Plasma EVs, and really these are the junk that I found. That Landorus really only works in a fighting type deck. Same with the other Landorus. The 2 Chandelures kind of go by themselves. But Bouffalant is pretty good. We will now take a look at the special energies to see what we can start putting together. Okay, so here are all the special energies. The metal energy might be used if we're creating the metal deck, but we're probably not gonna, because the deck requires a lot of energy and you kind of need Klinklang. So probably not. The strong energies are probably out. The herbal energies out. Double Dragon maybe for the Hydreigons. Rainbow's always good. The blend energy, lightning, water, fighting, metal depends on if we have 3 or more. That's what I generally try to go by. 3 or more Pokemon that need it. Or 2 major Pokemon that need it. Plasma energy, it depends on if we get Coreless Machine, if we start to build the Plasma deck or not. And that's pretty much it. We'll take a look at the tools and the A-Spec next, because you kind of, well, like, the tools for Garbodor, because that's the only way that its ability becomes active, so we'll take a look at that. Okay guys, so this isn't normal, but we only got 1 A-Spec and 1 tool. So, I don't think we're running Garbodor. And the G-Scope, if we use the Genesect, we might use it. It just depends. But since I only allow people to run 1 A-Spec per deck, we'll check it out. Okay, so now we have all of the stadium cards. Frozen City's pretty good for the Plasma. Tropical Beach, it depends on if we have any Stage 2 or not that we need help setting up. The Verbank City Gym depends on if we got a lot of poison ISK. Really, you're just looking for a Hypnotoxic Laser out of that. Espeta City Gym, I don't think we're going to be running that at all. We don't have many colorless. Well, I might eat my words too. Mountain Ring prevents all damage dealt to benched. Okay, so Mountain Ring, maybe. Generally alright. Sky Arrow Bridge, I don't think so. So really what we're looking at is Frozen City, Verbank City Gym, Mountain Ring maybe, but we'll see. Okay, and now we're on to item cards. So the ones at the top are probably ones that we're going to use. So the Switch, Energy Search, Enhanced Hammer, Roller Skates, Pal Pad, Acrobike. Probably going to use all of those. Next we have Rare Candy, Max Potion, Sacred Ash, Super Ride, and Level Ball. A lot of those are basically for the Hydreigons if we're going to run Dark. And these ones at the bottom, probably not going to use at all. Fiery Torch, because we don't really have many fire. Super Potion, probably not. Super Scoop Up, probably not. Robo Substitute, probably not. I like the card, it's just I don't think it'll work very well in this deck. De-Evolution Spray, I doubt we're going to be using that at all. Alright, moving on. Alright, so what we got here are the ones at the top, which I will probably most likely be running. I usually generally run 8 to 10 supporters. It's usually 9. Really right on the dot, it's 9. So Bianca, Professor Birch's Observation, I got 2 of those. Sharon, Skyla, Sycamore, Lysander, Corliss, Shauna. Generally anything that shuffles back into your deck is really good. So N, Shauna, Professor Birch Observations, Corliss, those are generally the cards that you want. Next are the cards that might go in, dependent on how we build the deck. So you got Sillin, Hugh, Pokemon Fan Club, Skyla, maybe, Catherine, maybe, Wally, depends on Hydreigon, really, Bianca, Battle Reporter. Next we have pretty much just the junk. Xerath, Sorry guys, butchering. Team Flare Grunt, Professor Juniper, Skyla, Archie's Ace in the Hole, Professor Sycamore, Hooligans Jim and Cass, Blacksmith. Okay, so why did I put Professor Juniper and Sycamore down there? As in cards I'm not going to run at all. Generally, I only like one of the discard and draw 7 in this ever. So in 45 cards you can just deck yourself completely. You know, unless you're running VS Seeker plus Lysander's trump card. In which case, you kind of just cycle through your deck as much as you can, shuffle everything back in. VS Seeker will always search back out Lysander's trump card, and you keep going and going and going. And eventually you'll just wither your opponent down. Really. But the top are probably most likely going in the deck. The middle is maybe, but pretty much unlikely. And then the bottom, I'm just not going to run at all. Alright, moving on. Alright guys, well this is what I ended up coming up with. It's like half plasma, half dark. Darkness plasma, yeah. Okay, so we got Tornadus EX, Genesect EX. Genesect EX is just generally pretty good. I could probably take out the Deoxys. Kyurem EX, Jirachi EX, Colorless Rayquaza EX, Darkrai EX, and now the support Pokemon, Bouffalant, Spiritomb. That's the one where your opponent can't play any A-Specs. Then we have Hydreigon. That one moves... Oh no, that one brings Darkness Energy back from your discard pile. The other Hydreigon moves around Darkness Energy. Then we have all the two lines that they need, the two Dinos, the two Zweilous. A-Spect and Stadium are G-Scope and Frozen City. Yes, it makes it, this Spiritomb makes it so that way you can't play A-Specs, but I generally don't care. If I want to play G-Scope, whatever, I just lose it, whatever. Next we have Rare Candy for the Hydreigon, Acrobike, just general card advantage. Pal Pad, Roller Skates, Enhanced Hammer, Energy Search, Switch, Level Ball, Super Rod, Shauna, Corliss, Lysander, Professor Sycamore, Skyla, Sharon, Professor Birch's Observation, Bianca, Pokemon Fan Club, so that way I can get the two Dinos in play right away, so that way I can start evolving. Ended up just taking the one Plasma Energy, the Rainbow Energy, so that way we can move it around on board. 2 Grass Energy for the Genesect, the 1 Water Energy for the Kyurem. Then we have 5 Darkness Energy for the Dark. Generally I run between 10 and 12 Pokemon, but I ended up running 15 this time because of the 2 Stage 2s. But otherwise than that, it looks like a pretty solid deck to me for how my cube runs. Leave comments if you guys thought this was awesome. Any feedback that I get is generally pretty good, and then I will certainly try to follow up on it. Alright, thanks guys.